Let's break down why willpower does not work at all. Okay. Now, many of you are trying to use willpower to do something like go for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk up this beautiful hill here, and I'm going to tell you why. You will never succeed using willpower permanently. It will be a temporary fix. Maybe you get on a diet. You do it for a month, maybe a year, but a year isn't a lifestyle. You get on an exercise program for the new year and you stop right away, and it's like forcing every time, using willpower to do all these things. The reason why willpower doesn't work is because you're forcing yourself, and your subconscious or your programming is telling you to stay the same because it's comfortable. You want to, even if it's hell, you want to stay in a known hell to not go to an unknown heaven. And the reason why is because your subconscious has been programmed, and it could be one little time that you were programmed with a lot of emotional charge, or it could have been repetition, like many people. Your parents constantly, you just saw them and everyone else being inactive, kind of like the United States, where we are, where we are heavily inactive, right? We're in cars all the time. There's no one going to be walking on this street. Well, there might be, but I doubt it. And we're programmed. Hi. We're programmed to be in a car, and it almost looks odd to be walking on the street. And if it doesn't, then you're a step ahead of the game, because you've been programmed that it's normal to walk, that it's normal to be active, that it's so normal it's like breathing, that even if it's freezing outside under 32, you're going to get yourself to be outside, even if you're normally in Florida and on vacation or seeing family in Connecticut, like I am now. Why is this programmed? Because I have spent decades researching and got myself out of the program to think that it's normal to sit all day and be sedentary. And even if I am active, like I was this morning doing a 45-minute calisthenic workout with 100 up downs or burpees, I still am like, oh my gosh, I didn't go outside today. It's like I'm gonna die. How am I gonna go to sleep if I didn't breathe in this fresh air and be outside even if it's cold? That's my programming. I've programmed my subconscious. Now, there are many ways to do this. Repetitive thoughts, be around people. Yet the biggest determining factor is you believing that you will feel better when you are active as compared to not active. Or if you are working on like starting a new business or getting a job, you must believe that you are worth it and a valuable asset, and that when people give you money, you give them more value than the money. It's as simple as that. And if you are putting money on a pedestal and you don't think anything you could provide is worth it, then you might want to look into your programming, that you're not being grateful for the beautiful things that you're investing in, buying, purchasing, spending money on. Then you will realize that there are many things worth more than money, and that money is to be circulated. That's why it's called currency, so it could flow. And our bodies are designed better than any material on this earth, and they're capable of healing. They're capable of restoring and regenerating. Even after decades of inactivity, someone could run a marathon within like 3 months and get good time. That is phenomenal. It doesn't take willpower to do that. It takes you knowing and having a big why, like why power. Like, why are you doing this? For your children, for you to be someone that is a role model, be looked upon, to be the change you'd like to see in the world. Because the best way to change the entire world is to change yourself. And until you change, the world will not change. If you are, it's like, imagine someone teaching about health and fitness and they didn't change yet, and they're not practicing it. You must change your identity first. And the easiest way to do that is change how you feel about things. Your beliefs, your emotions, and thoughts are the determining factor. All these other things, like having a gym, being in good shape, having legs, are contributing factors. Yeah, I said having legs because there are many people without legs that are more active than people with legs. And they are phenomenal athletes, and I'm just amazed with what they can do. It's not about our limitations in our body or our environment. It's our limitations in our mind. With the proper mindset, which is a term used a lot yet, think of it like identity. Who do you identify as? Do you identify as an athlete? Do you identify as, I just like to sit. I don't like to be active because I get sweaty and I feel uncomfortable. The thing is you probably, if you could honestly say that statement, you are probably uncomfortable most of the time, have aches and pains in your back, your knees, your joints, your elbows. You probably feel sick, have insomnia. If you don't have those things, unfortunately, they will come soon because the body is meant to be active. That's why it doesn't take willpower. It takes knowledge, self-realization, to know that you are capable of unlimited feats, that you possess strength that you can't even comprehend. When you are walking or running or doing push-ups or squats, when you feel like you hit that wall, you're probably at 40% of your peak. That's kind of like a Navy SEAL thing that Anthony Goggins taught me. And yeah, you don't have to go far beyond that yet. Going a little beyond what you think you're capable of, feeling that discomfort, that lactic acid, that breathing heavy, those are signs. Pant and burn. You're breathing heavy, you're burning your muscle. Those are signs that you are increasing resistance, tension, stress, and you are doing it willingly without willpower. Just the knowledge that you are going to get stronger, feel better, feel amazing, be able to breathe deeper, be able to absorb more oxygen from the atmosphere, be able to see clearer, hear better, be able to think clearer. This has all been proven over and over again in studies, science, and you could use this science, which is simply awareness and observation of a change. And when you start really walking willfully, like being like, ooh, this feels great, stop when it doesn't, even if it's 1 or 5 minutes. Get yourself to walk, get outside, get yourself to strength train, because you know that it will develop your highest self and you'll be capable of so much more, and you'll just feel better. And what fires together wires together. So when you smile when you're doing this, then you start to associate this right here with feeling absolutely amazing and euphoric, because euphoria is actually a natural state of being. Please excuse me again. Euphoria is a natural state of being, and it's your birthright. Your birthright is freedom, happiness, love, and gratitude. And when you start being more grateful for having a body and being able to take that 1 minute walk, and grateful that you are doing it and you could feel yourself doing it mentally and spiritually, you could see yourself and visualize and imagine yourself doing the walk or the activity or the deed before you do it. And you could feel that. And you transform that discomfort into comfort because you know how amazing you're going to feel after you complete it and during. It takes some adaptation. If you've been inactive for so long, it's not willpower you need. It's just to get up and do it after seeing it so vividly in your imagination that you could feel it and you feel the goodness. Keep on smiling, wire together, fire together, and train yourself to love the activity. Break down why. Spend some time, invest some time in the why. Write down a list of 100 reasons why you're going to feel better, why you're going to improve yourself to do the deed. Maybe it's walking, because that's one of the greatest things we could do for the human body is walk outside and just feel absolutely amazing and stunning. Instead of sitting inside, even if you feel so that you're producing and you're productive, you know in your heart you'll be more productive when you're active. You know in your heart that you will be more productive when you're active. How will you feel when you're active every day for years? How different will your life be after days and months of consecutive training and exploring your body? Write these things down. Ask better questions that are positive based. Because if you're asking questions of like, why am I not active? Why am I so lazy? Then your brain will search and find out reasons why that's okay and support the evidence that you're giving it. Because your self-talk is one of the most vital aspects to guide you through life. I can do it or I can't do it is going to stop you in your tracks or get you to push through what you never thought you could do before. Another aspect is the shape, right? The shape of your body. I'm not talking about if you're fat or skinny. I'm talking about if you're upholding confidence and conviction with your body, with your tone, with your facial expressions, with your body posture, or if you're already defeated before you start by making an antenna that symbolizes defeat because you're picking up the channel on the TV station of life that says you are lazy, defeated, you can't do it. Switch that channel and change your posture, change your facial expressions, change your tone in the way you're talking to yourself, even if it's pure mental. Change your tone, change the questions, and change your breathing. Breathing alone can completely change your state. And when you change your state, you may be able to feel better. You will be able to feel better when you change your state from this to this. Open heart, big smile. You're going to change your whole state. That's your physiology. And that alone can change so much. Yet if you attach physiology and self-talk, miracles are going to happen. And then you put the Trinity of creation, you start really focusing on what you would like instead of what you don't like. Give attention to what you love and ignore and turn the other direction. That's why we got legs. That's why you could change the channel when things happen that you don't like it. Don't resist them because they will persist. Don't fight them because you give them attention and they will grow into huge giants that you don't want in your life. So what you don't want in your life, don't give attention to. And what you would like in your life, give massive attention to. Use self-talk, focus, and physiology to completely change your world and rewire your brain. I've given you a lot on this short video. The three main things are the Trinity of creation, which are what you focus on creates your frequency, and that is what you see in life. Or as it was said in The Strangest Little Secret by Earl Nightingale, that became a bestseller as the first bestseller as a record, just with spoken word. He said, what you think about most, you become. What you think about most, you become, because you're giving attention to certain thoughts. And you'll have a lot of thoughts, but you don't have to give attention to all of them, because the attention builds them. It magnifies and multiplies them. And then your emotion magnifies and multiplies. So think about what you would like and focus on what you like. Let self-talk aid that process, and let your physiology guide your body and your mind. It's pretty simple. Start writing, give attention to it in written form. Write it down, make it happen. So write down top 100. You don't have to do 100 immediately, but start numbering at 1, 2, 3. Write down your goal. I'm walking, a habit that you're going to pay more attention to every day. I'm walking, I'm meditating. I am strength training. I'm doing squats or up downs every day. Stretching, going outside for an hour. Start with 1. Focus on the details and write down 100 reasons why this will give you purpose in life, meaning, and have you feel so much better. Look at that much better that you're drooling and you drop your headphones. I'm here for you. Subscribe if you'd like more, because this is the channel to thrive. And I love to hear your comments. It's about unity. So comment, let me know how you're doing. If you're not a commenter, you want to privately link me up, go to ogfit.com. There's a free book there for you, and my contact information if you'd like to take it to the next level and feel so good in life that you wonder how anyone could feel bad when so many miracles are happening all at once everywhere. Go to ogfit.com right now and get that free book. Blessed love and gratitude. Smash subscribe. Blessed love.